Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Twitterverse. We're going to do hashtag AskDLT for the first time. It's a new thing we're going to try. I know unemployment claimants have a lot of questions. I pretend to have all the answers. I'm going to do the best I can to answer your questions. I promise you I'm going to point you in the right direction. If I don't get you today, make sure you look out next time for the hashtag AskDLT, and I'll do the best I can. Here we go. All right, this user is asking, should you continue to certify each week if your part-time pay exceeds your weekly claim amount? That's a good question. The answer is yes, you should, because from week to week, your hours may change, and we don't know next week what's going to happen. The catch is if more than 4 weeks go by and you have not qualified for a payment because you've earned too much in each of those weeks, then you'll probably be out of the payment file at that point, which means you would need to refile your claim to get it going again, or give us a call at 401-415-6772. Let's see, what else do we have? When your benefit year ends and then gets extended with the same information from the previous year, do you miss a week's benefit? Also, why does it still take 2 to 3 weeks for a decision? Let's break that into two things. First, when your benefit year ends, you're required, if you're on regular unemployment, to file a new claim. We've tried to make that clear. We've put out some information. If you go to our website, www.dlt.ri.gov/BYE, you can find some details about what you have to do. If you file for the new claim and you're not eligible because you did not earn enough money in the last year to qualify, then we can continue you on the old claim. You should be able to use the UI online system or telecert to request those back missing payments. If you're having a problem, you should give us a call at the call center at 415-6772. You will not miss a week unless you filed a new claim that is not COVID related. Any unemployment claim that is not COVID related, that was just filed because of a layoff or a lack of work, is required to serve a 1 week waiting period that's unpaid per Rhode Island law. Only those claims that are COVID related have the waiting period waived. The second question is, why does it still take 2 to 3 weeks for a decision? I think the sheer volume of what we're dealing with creates maybe an extra week in there from a 1 week turnaround to sometimes 2. It shouldn't be 3, but then again, every claim is different, and there's all sorts of things that could make it take a little longer than other claims might take. I would urge you to be a little bit patient, to go online, check the website, see if your questions can be answered. If you have questions, give us a call at the call center, 415-6772. You can call throughout the day, call on Saturday mornings. That's a good time to call. Not many people think they can. Okay, next. I kept certifying for over 6 weeks now. Nothing came into my bank. I have verified. I guess it's just a waste of time certifying every Sunday wherever I won't get paid. From Joseph. Joseph, I'm sorry that's happening to you. There could be a number of reasons why you're not getting paid. First, if you have multiple BYEs because you had a benefit year that ended and you started a new one, maybe you're certifying on the old one and you should be on the new one. You need to try to look at the message that you get every week and make sure if it tells you to refile, to please do so. Also go to our website at www.dlt.ri.gov. Under the unemployment section, there's a lot of information about unemployment claims. You may have been notified when you filed your claim that your claim had to be adjudicated, which means there was an issue with your claim. Either you told us that you voluntarily quit a job, or your employer reported back to us that you were fired for some reason. If that happens, you won't get paid until your claim has been heard, a decision has been issued, and you've had a chance to react or appeal if you were denied. Okay, the next user asks, why doesn't the call center answer calls? If inundated, why not have a system to leave a message for a call back? If inundated, why not hire some staff that are collecting UI? We get this question a lot. Of course, the call center answers calls. If they didn't, they wouldn't be called the call center. I'm joking a little bit, but not really. They're completely overwhelmed. Last week, 68,000 people requested a payment. That was a light week. And what I've been telling people lately is, imagine you went to a barber or a hairstylist on a Saturday morning, and let's say they usually have 5 people in there and your wait time is 15, 20 minutes. Open the door next Saturday and it's 500 people with the same amount of barbers. I don't know, add 4 times as many barbers and add 5,000 people. This is what we're dealing with here at DLT. It's not an excuse. It's just to let you know that the women and men that work at DLT are trying really hard to answer the phone and keep up, but there are a lot of people that call. it is not uncommon for us to get 50,000 phone calls or more in a single day. Doesn't matter how many people I put on the phones, which, by the way, there are 4 times as many now as there were in the past, but it doesn't matter how many. They would never be able to keep up with that volume. What we need to stress is that people should go online to find answers to basic questions. And people, once they get an answer from someone at DLT, should accept that that answer is true and follow those instructions. Unfortunately, frequently we find that people call, they call again, they call a third time, and I can see it in the claim. When I open up a claim, I can tell how many times somebody called in and if they spoke with somebody or not. And it's unfortunate. If you're not getting the information you need, then we need to do a better job and make sure that we're clear. If you are getting the information and you just want to hear it again, I would urge you not to, because that means that people like this nice user on Twitter can't get through. So yes, we do. We did hire more people. Yes, we do answer the phone. We cannot have a callback option. The volume is simply too high. If we had a voicemail, very simply, it would be overrun almost immediately. In the beginning of the pandemic, my personal line here at DLT, when I was in my old job, was filled up to the point where I had 2,000 voicemails and I had to shut the voicemail off. There was no way I would ever be able to return those calls. So unfortunately, that's not an option. What is an option? Online services. We're going to do more and more online. We're urging people to keep checking back. In June, we should have a new program available that'll help people find more information about their claim. And call early, call often, call on Saturday. Okay, what does it mean when a yellow exclamation point appears and says your account is on hold after being told it was all set? That's a good question. Could mean a number of things. One thing it may mean is that you're certifying on an old BYE, and I'm going to guess that's what your situation is, meaning you had a claim that was a 21 BYE that ended in March or April. You then had to file a new claim, and maybe you weren't eligible for that new claim. And so then we said, go ahead and use that old BYE when you certify. Use the 21 and use your PIN, and you'll be able to get payments. And in theory, you should be able to do that. However, in practice, a few hundred people, and remember, 68,000 people requested a payment last week. About 300 of them ran into a unique situation where they were told to use the old one, just like you indicated. And because of the system recognized that the quarter changed, the month of March ended, the system put the 4 back on, because technically we're supposed to check and see if you're eligible again. We're not doing that. We know that's ridiculous. We're not going to make you file a new claim every time there's a minor issue. We are taking care of it. Those 300 people, that'll be resolved today. They'll be able to certify on Sunday. If that happens, please be patient. Give it a couple of days to work itself out. If it doesn't seem to work itself out, 415-6772. Okay. This person wants to know, they said they refiled my claim due to an expired BYE and not received any correspondence or pay in 3 weeks. I know several people who are having the same issue, including the people who received notice and a new BYE code, yet still can't certify. What's going on? The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is please read the notice very carefully. One thing that goes out is called a monetary determination. The monetary determination says, congratulations, you've qualified, you've earned enough to qualify for a new claim. But it doesn't actually say that you're on a new claim. What it says is you're qualified for a new claim if you meet all of the other eligibility requirements. And so what happens sometimes is maybe you had earned enough money, but for one reason or another, you don't qualify and you need to stay on the old claim, in which case we would just extend the old claim. That could be part of the issue. Again, I would urge you to go to our website and try to find information, or to give us a call in the call center. And sometimes, unfortunately, while we try to get them done in a week or 2 weeks, which is incredibly quick, and it's very, very complicated. And I know it's frustrating to have to wait, but it's unfortunately, no one was set up a system to deal with this pandemic in a way that Rhode Island did. We're actually leading the pack. As much as you're all frustrated, and I get that, if you were somewhere else, it would be worse, I assure you. It could be a few weeks because there could be something wrong with the claim. Maybe when you entered some information, 1 digit was off for some reason. Maybe on the bank account, you didn't put the 0 in before the number this time and you did the last time. So the system, out of an abundance of caution, is holding that, and my staff has to take a look at it, check everything, make sure it's okay, and process it. They know that they're on a tight timeline. I have them working every week to get these things done. I apologize. If you need more information, give us a call. Okay, this person says, been on UI since March 2020 with no problems. Well, that's good. Last deposit was March 16th of 21. I've successfully refiled and certified every Sunday since, but still no response or deposits. Only problem may be that I earned about $400 reported when earned when preparing for a return to work. I'm not exactly sure what you're suggesting here. If you're saying that you think you reported that you made too much money to collect, that could be one reason. The other reason is perhaps there was something wrong with the claim, with the new claim when you filed it. And again, the only way to really find out, and if it's been a month now, then I really need you to call. And I would suggest try calling late in the day. And don't tell anybody I told you this, but try calling on Saturday morning because that is really a good time to call. Here's another one. At RIDLT, yes, why am I filing and not receiving? And when I call, why don't you answer? Why are you asking me to verify? And when I do, it says I don't have to at this time. Why are you, I'm not going to say that word. Why are you me? I don't think we are. It is a hard job to be here, and my team is doing the absolute best that they can. Everybody's claim is different. And if you're suggesting here that you're filing and not receiving a benefit, well, you have to file and you have to qualify first. You have to be told you qualify, and then you have to use the right BYE when you're certified. Right now, that benefit year ending is the biggest thing I think that's tripping people up. And I think we need to keep doing a better job of telling people what to do. And I want you all to please read every single word of the messaging that we send to you because it makes a difference. And you could be certifying on the 21 BYE week after week, and it's going into what we call a hold file. But it's not going to pay you if you're supposed to be on a 22 BYE. So that'll be my first thing. If you're trying 21 that's not working, try 22. If you think you don't have a pin on the 22 claim, try to set one up. There's a create a pin tab on UI Online. There's a reset a pin tab. You can do the same things on Telecert. Try both. If that's the one message I can get across today, try everything you can think of before calling because it's annoying to call. I get that. Nobody wants to wait all day to try to get through to somebody. And they might tell you what I just told you. So give it a try. This person says, at RIDLT, bro, that's crazy. Rhode Island isn't never going to recover from COVID because our government is a scam. I don't even know what to do with that one. I don't think your government is a scam. I honestly believe that your government is here and can help you. We are here to be public servants. I talk about that all the time. I'm getting sick of hearing myself say it, but it's true. We're here to help. The people that work here are people in your community. They're people that care about you. Government's not a scam. Government wants to help you. And if you feel like government hasn't been fair to you before, try us out again. Let's see how we can do. Acting director for now, Matt Weldon. Come back at #AskELT and I'll answer your questions next time. Thank you.